Today, I would like to talk about the tech product that made me so excited in 2021 and 2022. The last time I had the same excitement was in 2008 when I purchased my first iPhone from Apple Store. It has been 13 years that I haven't had the same excitement about a new tech product. Really thanks for the development of new technology that made our dream become true. Back to 15 to 20 years ago when we were talking about handheld Windows product, it was called Pocket PC or PDA, Personal Digital Assistant. Most of PDA were made by HTC, which were running Windows Mobile system. I remember I can use it to emulate some classic NES games such as Super Mario. At that age, we would never thought that we can run a full Windows desktop system on a handheld product. I have been started looking for a handheld Windows device since middle of 2020. I did some research on Google and YouTube. The search result that presented in front of my eyes is GDP Win Max at GDP Win 3. My big concern with GDP Win 3 was the screen size. I knew that this 5.5-inch screen will kill my eyes if I keep reading small text on it. But the portability of GDP Win 3 is definitely a plus. The form factor of GDP Win Max is a no-go for me since it is more on a mini laptop side rather than a Windows handheld product. I was so excited when I saw Ioneo Windows Handheld Gaming PC first time on internet. I started searching information about Ioneo all over the internet and I watched every single YouTube video about Ioneo. I felt that I was deeply addicted to this. Thankfully, the Ioneo Indiegogo campaign was launched couple weeks later. Also, luckily, I am in the first 100 orders of Indiegogo campaign. Even with the confirmation of Indiegogo order, I was still thinking about this damn thing every single day. And I hope I could get this thing on my hand right away. My eyeball just couldn't move away from Windows Handheld PC. I keep searching Windows Handheld product on internet. Couple weeks later, the OneXplayer was popped up in front of my eyes, and it looks even better than Ioneo since it comes with 8.4-inch 2K display. I put the trigger again on OneXplayer. Now I have two Windows Handheld Gaming PC on order. The whole delivery process like riding a roller coaster. By the way, this is my first time to crowdfunding something on internet, and I thought I lost my mind on this because two orders cost around $2,400. The Ioneo team kept consistent updating about the project process. There were couple delays happened during the campaign, which is understandable with this COVID and chip shortage situation, and they made this whole process very transparent to all the buyers. OneXplayer did not provide as many as project details like Ioneo team, but they completed their crowdfunding campaign and all buyers received the products. I received my Ioneo 2 months earlier than OneXplayer. I basically killed all my free time with Ioneo before the OneXplayer arrived. Just like a regular human, I love the new and hate the old. The first day I got OneXplayer, my first feeling is this thing is way better than Ioneo. It has bigger and better screen. The overall build quality is way better than Ioneo. It seems OneXplayer gonna take over all my free time from Ioneo. But lately I found the problems I had with OneXplayer. The first problem is Intel software. Couple of my games just keep crashing and some games could not even start. The 2K display is kinda overkill on this handheld product since most of games has to be played at 800p if you want to achieve a playable experience. Please don't get me wrong, OneXplayer is a great device for people who are looking for bigger and high resolution screen with great build quality. It is not just fit into my requirement for a handheld product. Okay, now let's back to my Ioneo experience. After being waited for almost 4 months, I finally received my Ioneo. Now I am able to enjoy my favorite PC game at the time before bed and after work, all just within 10 to 15 minutes time window, and I can pick up this thing and play. I used to browsing on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok on my phone, which are totally useless most of the time. Now I just want to be around with this thing when I have free time. I'm not a hardcore gamer. Most of my games are running above 30 FPS, and all my old games, I think some of them are really old probably, so they are running above 60 FPS on Aya Neo without the fan kicking. The battery life is so far so good for me since we are all trapped inside the house during this pandemic. If you ask me is it worth to buy, my answer is simple yes. The overall experience of Aya Neo is pretty amazing, even the cost is double of the Steam Deck. But you get a full function Windows 10 PC, you can take it out for gaming or you can plug into a monitor and use as a PC. You wouldn't notice that you are working from a handheld PC. But if you are just looking for a handheld gaming product in 2022, I would suggest to go with Steam Deck. It is more cost effective compared to the rest of Windows Handheld Gaming PC. But if you don't want to be on the Steam Deck long waiting list, then Aya Neo is the best option to go with.